All right, so this 2500 Dodge Ram has a little deal here. And so these are the kickers, the 6x9s, it's a KS. So yeah, the magnet just barely touches on this guy, right? Luckily, Kicker in their infinite wisdom has these little spacers that come with the speakers. So I would probably, and I still might, order some like a 1/2-inch spacer just to get a little more clearance off of there, but with this on there they don't hit. And I also have these little install bay speaker baffle kits, so I'm gonna install that. Oh yeah, here's your factory, your OEM connector, and then here's your all your kicker stuff, all your kicker things. All right, well, let's get them in and listen. So I'm not the install guy, but so I'm getting these kickers 6x9s in the door. I did the same thing with the ones in the dash right there. So this is the harness that you get from like Metra or any of those other guys, so you can plug right into your OEM connector in your doors. Same style connector almost in the, I mean it's a little bit different, but basically the same basic thing. So you got these two guys, right? So this is your crossover that you get from Kicker. So you get it. Alright, so this is where it comes with a, it's got a positive and a negative. I'm trying to do this through the phone, I can't see. Alright, so it's got these guys on them, right? So I basically just cut these off, and I use these things. I love these guys. So you need a heat gun for them. It's got a little solder joint in the middle right there, a little piece of solder in it, and it just heat shrinks on, and then you got a nice clean connection like this. Fantastic. I'm not the how-to guy, so I'm not too particularly fond of like trying to show people how to do shit. I'm just gonna tell you how I did it. Hopefully that works good enough. So I'm not the install guy, but so I'm getting these kickers 6x9s in the door. I did the same thing with the ones in the dash right there. So this is the harness that you get from like Metra or any of those other guys, so you can plug right into your OEM connector in your doors. Same style connector almost in the, I mean it's a little bit different, but basically the same basic thing. So you got these two guys, right? So this is your crossover that you get from Kicker. So you get it. Alright, so this is where it comes with a, it's got a positive and a negative. I'm trying to do this through the phone, I can't see. Alright, so it's got these guys on them, right? So I basically just cut these off, and I use these things. I love these guys. So you need a heat gun for them. It's got a little solder joint in the middle right there, a little piece of solder in it, and it just heat shrinks on, and then you got a nice clean connection like this. Fantastic. I'm not the how-to guy, so I'm not too particularly fond of like trying to show people how to do shit. I'm just gonna tell you how I did it. Hopefully that works good enough. All right, so here's the comparison. These are the kickers, obviously. Kicker KS series. This is like their higher end, I guess higher end, I don't know. But the stock one. So what I was gonna get at, I believe, so the ones on the dash said they're 8 ohm speakers, ones that go up in there in the corner. They're 8 ohm. The speakers I replaced them with are 4 ohm. So they are quite a bit louder, and they're way better speaker. I mean, they're blow the stocks away, obviously, right? These things actually have pretty damn good mid bass. So I installed the other side, right, the driver's side first, and man, these things. So I was contemplating it. So whenever I was looking for speakers, I was gonna get the CS or even the DS or ES series, but I got a good deal with like so the Best Buy, I guess, has been blowing these out. So I got some 6.5s for like $35. I got these. I think I paid $80 for those. It's not an exceptional deal, but it's a pretty good deal. I mean, these are, I don't know what these go for brand new, like $150. I don't know. Look it up. But anyway, these, just from playing it, I just kind of moved the fader balance around just so I could hear the difference between these two speakers. And man, it sounds so much better, like tonality, quality. It's just better. But man, they're quiet. I have to put a, I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with, you know, your equalizer, you're losing a little bit, you know. And these are actually fairly efficient speakers. I think these are like 91 dB. So I mean, they're not like an inefficient driver. They should sound better, but you know, granted, this is the base model. You know, truck, it's filthy. This is my work truck, guys. So, but anyway, yeah, big horn diesel. Anyway, so those speakers do get a full range signal. So that is, I got the kicker, the key lock DSP lock, and I'm gonna tie into those to get my signal for the amp and stuff. But anyway, I've got a Kicker CXA 360, and I've had it for a while. But I'm gonna, like, you know, and I was kind of like, man, I really don't want to run an amp, but I have to. I'm gonna have to. And so I've also got some the 6.5s. I'm just waiting on the adapter rings to come in for the doors, and I'm just gonna run that amplifier on the doors. The front dash, you know, maybe at that point will be, you know, I won't say lacking, but whatever. But I'm not gonna turn these up so much that they overpower those, because those are substantially louder than the stock speakers. These are substantially quieter than the stock speakers. So, I mean, if anybody's looking at, you know, replacing their factory speakers with these, just, you know, be aware of that. If you have like a base model, you know, stereo, and it's not pushing a lot of power, it doesn't have the power to drive these, you probably will lose overall output. It won't be as loud. These, I'm guessing you don't have built-in bass blockers and stuff, so you lose quite a bit of low end on these, quite a bit. Do they sound better? Yeah, they sound way better. But I don't have a sub in here yet, so it's quite lacking in the low end department right now. But gonna fix that. So just wanted to let y'all know. So man, I got these speakers in, and from what I can tell you, is they sound really good. I mean, so this is the 3.5s, this is the 6x9 coaxial. I think they have two different versions of the coaxial. This is the one with the two tweeters on it. Man, I'll tell you what, dude, they sound really, really good. And it's pointless for me to try to play it because you can't hear shit anyway via a cell phone recording, and then you're playing it back on your phone while you're dropping a deuce. So it's going to be pretty difficult to actually even get a good reading. Plus, I don't have the a video of the other ones, the stock ones. But those things need power. They need an amplifier, and I have one, so I need to wire it up. I'm gonna leave these alone. These are loud. Like, if you're just gonna do one thing, replace these front, I think that it's factory's like 2 inch, 2 1/4, 2 3/4 or something, with a 3.5. Maybe it's 3 inch. I don't know what it is, but it's substantially smaller. It's an 8 ohm driver. You replace it with a decent 4 ohm driver, it's gonna be louder, and you're gonna like it. It makes it enjoyable. But I do have to listen to everything, the volume knob, 2 or 3 clicks higher, you know, and it is what it is. Yep. All right. Thanks. Peace out.